Hello, lurkers. And hello, all you archaeologists. I'm the John Struck. That was always my name. Do you remember me calling myself John Proxy? That was lies. That was in the past. Hello, workers. Welcome to random. Pardon? I beg your pardon. I bet I've not even started drinking yet. Hello, well-spoken rambler, whom I've been talking to even before I started talking properly. So I don't know why, I did it again. I'm gonna actually pour myself open. Pour myself open? I'm gonna pour myself this tropical sour by Vault City. Now, I used to like the Brewdog sours, but one, they don't sell them anymore, and two, Brewdog. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but I don't really want to drink Brewdog for the time being. I'm gonna. It's very expensive. It's like £3 for this bottle. £3. Let's only pour half of it. Okay. Oh, that smells nice. Right, let's load our game. Ooh. Hello, Screams for Memes. Fair enough. Well-spoken rambler. I mean, it is. I started this very late. I could have, literally started streaming as you were ending your stream. Since I'm now not in the office again, I can stream on Thursdays again. Well, it's slightly easier for me to do. Which load are we loading? So I must warn everyone watching that this is an anime game, and thus we'll have several tropes. Unfortunate tropes, and that are common to the medium. I can't tell which save was the last one. That one, 10 hours. So there has been a murder. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the last thing. We went into VR. We are. Oh, he's very surprised. He's lost his eye. This is a gory game as well. That's also a thing. This is a sort of a horror. Why? It's a murder game.
What happened during that Somnium?
I know, right? Right. Let's look at our log. Now, I know, Rambler, that you're not massively keen on me doing recaps, but it's been a month since I played this, so I'm going to recap for myself, and because this is primarily a plot-driven game. So yes, the plot of this, the conceit, as it were, is I'm unfortunately a member of the police, ACAB and all that, and not only that, but we're now allowed to, if people don't want to talk to us, because of course, you can't self-incriminate by staying silent. That's like a rule lots of countries have. Well, we can now invade your brain, because we're terrible, terrible people. We can invade your dreams, your mindscape, without your permission. None of these people are. Actually, I guess no. So far, no one's been asked permission. We just do it without your permission. But there has been a murder. Right. So we're going to go into the log, and that log is not going to be very useful. I'm going to go into the menu, and I'm going to go into the flowchart, because there we go. So one of the other conceits of this game is that at some points decisions are made. So there's probably a good way of doing this, but I'm just going to vaguely just kind of look at this and try and remember. We are Date. Indeed. We are Date. And we have a magic robot eyeball that is a sassy partner for some reason, because Japanese games. There's a serial killer on the loose, and what that serial killer does is they kill people, and they take their eyeballs. Just one of them. Just the one eyeball. So we're like, oh, we know her because we live with her daughter or something. I don't actually remember why. But we're like a foster parent or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's a merry-go-round. We find her daughter in the center of the merry-go-round with the murder weapon, all traumatized and all that. As you do. What's the next scene? Next scene. Okay. Oh, there's our robot friend. She turns into anime girl, but actually looks like, if you look at the jar, That's what it actually looks like. It's like a bare eyeball thing. Yes. But that girl that we found, she was all traumatized and wouldn't talk, so we had to invade her brain. I don't remember enough. Right. So she had two friends. One of them's like a musician girl, and one of them's like an internet fanboy who hangs around and he trolls the internet girl he likes, and then he defends from the trolls. He's like both sides of the conversation. I'm doing a really poor job. I wish there was a way of doing this. Why is there not like a quick recap? That would be really nice. Oh yes. You know what? I'm going to try this again. I'm struggling. I'm struggling to do this, aren't I? There might be a better way of me doing this. Okay, the point is, someone done a murder. We check out. We know the husband. We know there's a daughter. We don't know where the husband is right now, but he's got a company, which is like a musician's company, like a J-pop star. And so the J-pop star is it's like a teen idol thing, and that's why the fight. So there's a fanboy. We'll have a look at pictures as well. We have pictures. There's a fanboy. There's an idol. They seem to be connected. This is the idol's mother. Oh, hang on. Yes, very good, John. Sorry, it's not centered on the snail. There we go. Go away, you. Yes. Who seems to be connected with stuff as well. So eventually we go into merry-go-round brain thing, and we wake her up. It's called sinking in the pain. We jump in and we have a choice of which things to do. So we opened a lead going this direction. We woke her up. She was very surprised, as you can see. She doesn't like us very much because, like, teens. Okay, and this is the pop idol. Let's read the case files. We'll do the case files. It's so bad. Okay, we're gonna start again with the case files. It's gonna. I knew. What's these words mean? What does anything? Okay, case files. A cold and rainy. Okay, should I cut? I should cut this all out. Nobody's gonna be around for this. A cold and rainy Friday night in November. I've not even started drinking yet. Ooh, that's very nice. It's tropical sour. Okay. A cold. Let's move the microphone closer to me so I can do my best voice. A cold and rainy night in November, the body of a woman was discovered at a merry-go-round in an abandoned amusement park known as Bloom Park. The corpse was bound and displayed on one of the horses. Date, and Iba, the eyeball thing, I said about the eyeball thing, arrived at the scene and began their investigation. The victim was Shoko Nadami, an acquaintance of Date's. She was missing her left eye, likely taken by the culprit. Then a sound came from the central column. Thinking quickly, Date ran up to the column's door and shot it open to discover a girl inside, Mizuki. She was shaking from the shock and clenching something in her hands, an ice pick with stains on it. There we go. I think this is working better. Let's read the case file. Oh, hang on. No. Okay, no, we did this one. Now we want to go to the next one. Case file. Location apartment. To wake Date up. Date's dream world. Oh, so this was a tutorial level. In the strange and surreal dream, trust the light to wake up Date. So there have been no choices. That's just our robot eyeball teaching us how to do the dreams. Okay, the day after Shoko's corpse was discovered, Date visited Abyss's HQ to exchange information with Boss. That's who he calls his boss. Hybrid had claimed to know who reported the body. His name was Ota Matsushita. Date arrived at the lobby of the entertainment agency Lemonskate. That's a symbol, by the way. It's a mathematical, like, infinity symbol on its side. To look for him. He met the idol, Iris Sagan. and agreed to follow... Like, has anyone ever been called Sagan in a computer game that wasn't explicitly a reference? He met the idol Iris Sagan and agreed to allow her to accompany him on the investigation. Going back to Bloom Park with her, Date found more clues. Date took Iris home and met her mother, Hitomi Sagan. Or Sagan, possibly. All Date could do was stare. Also, he did the rest of the invasion. Actually, I basically looked at every single item in the room because that's what we do in this game. She looked exactly like the woman from his dream. That dream earlier, the tutorial, which the flowchart didn't mention. I remembered it though, don't worry. She'd still muddled from the experience. Date returned to Abyss HQ to check on Mizuki Okiura, the girl from the merry-go-round. Okay. We peered into her brain. Okay, so we... It occurs to me that I should have done some stuff off screen. Give me a brief second. While we... Yes! I hope you're doing well. I think this is better now. This is a much better idea than trying to remember the plot myself. But yes, the gameplay is we go to different locations, we look at every single goddamn item in the room, bloom, 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 and then we, what do we do, John? We do something, don't we? We talk to people and we dive in their heads. That's basically the plot, and then Anime Revelations happens. I'm just trying to open something, and I can't find it. It's because I'm pressing the wrong button. That's why it's happening, because I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay, there we go, that's fine, that'll do. Let's continue playing computer games. Right, where were we? Read case file. Subject Mizuki Okiura, merry-go-round. Heal Mizuki's heart. So it wasn't just about, like, stealing information. It's because she was, you know, something, she was selectively mute at that point. Oh, it's way more intrusive, yeah. By healing her mental wounds, you may be able to get important info. You know how, Psychonauts explicitly says, like, while you're around in people's brains, don't be a prick about it. Like, this game has no such thing. So, all the dream logic is dream logic. It's, I mean, imagine there's that Twin Peaks, right? Imagine if they gamified the puzzles in Twin Peaks. And that's what the dream sequences is like. Oh, puzzle games, but with explicitly no logic attached. Great. So I just have to try everything with everything. Anyway, when we go in there, we get two choices. We can either look at one thing or another, depending on how it all rolls out. So we ended up doing something. We went this direction here. Date sinking into Mizuki's... I beg your pardon. Date sinking into Mizuki healed her muteness. Date asked Mizuki about the figure he saw in her Somnium, which is the name for the dream, but she claimed to not know who it was. So Mizuki saw the murder. I don't know if that's very clear. She saw the... Did she see the murder happen? Or no, she found the body. She found the body. Anyway, she didn't see the murder, but it was her mum, so... Date took Mizuki to Bloom Park. New developments suggested the culprit used the old subway lines to move the body. A suspicious car was identified, owned by Renju Okiura, the ex-husband of the victim and Mizuki's father. On a tip from Mizuki, she and Date headed to Sunfish Pocket. They were greeted by a horrifying sight. Renji Okiura's corpse hanging from the ceiling. So we've got a second murder. And you better believe his eye was missing. Where are we now? So we have some suspects now. If we leave the flowchart for a brief second, there's also these case files. So like this is all the people in the game. So like, if there's a murderer, we've probably met them already. So we can see that's Date. That's the eyeball for some reason. Anime girl. That's Iris Sagan, the pop star. That's her mum, who's I'm pretty sure is more important than the game's letting on. That's Mizuki, the girl who was in the pillar. There's the father, who we've just found out is dead. There's the mother, who we found out was dead at the start of the game. Was how the game started. That's Ota. He's like the troll internet person who's sort of connected with the other children. That is his mum, who's... I've got my eye on you. Clearly the killer. This is a politician who is clearly evil. That's our boss, who's also an anime girl for some reason. That's the programmer person. He knows things. This is a mama. She works at the bar. And then we're getting on to like some what they're called, gangsters, but yakuza. Yes, more yakuza. We'll get. We don't know who this is. Oh yes, we'll learn about E13 later. He's important. More yakuza. There's a receptionist to the pop star thing. An inspector, also possibly the killer, because they've just randomly introduced... Oh, there's an inspector who is wearing a mask the entire game. Probably not worth wondering about. He's probably don't worry about this guy. Probably not really worth... Don't even know why we put an entry for him, frankly. Anyway. Oh, that's very nice. I'm going to have to buy more of that. It's tropical sour. Right, we're going to continue. I appreciate I've been doing this for quite a long time. And I've not... these are the appendices, so if you want to know what the Illuminati is. It's that big eyeball right there. That's what the Illuminati is. And if you want to know what A Set You Bet is, it's a call and response. Actually, these are quite interesting, because that's like... You wouldn't... as a British person in his 30s, I wouldn't know about, like, these kinds of cheer slogans that idols have. So yeah, these are reasonably interesting. And I've read them all, and I'm not going to read them again. And here's some photos you get by doing stuff well. There you go, that's Date. Anyway, we're going to continue with the recap. And the recap is for me as well. Because I think it's pretty clear by now that I've forgotten a few things. It has been a month since I played this. Basically, since I went back to work, streaming on Thursdays was a little bit more difficult for me. And sadly, I might have all that time back again. Case file. So first Choco, let's try that again. Also, we're going to switch out our booze for a refreshing cup of tea. Which is a foolish decision at 11 o'clock, but whatever. First Choco, now Renju. It was presumed they were killed by the same person. Their deaths, matching a case from 6 years ago. You know, before I read this, I should say one thing about Date. You may have noticed that he also has the heterochroma. He's got two different colour eyeballs because he's an anime character. But he's missing... He lost his eye in an incident. Talking is very difficult. He lost his eye in an incident, and we don't know the incident because he has amnesia. This apparently did not disqualify him from being a police officer, though. So yes... I am a suspect in my very own case, even though that's insane. Anyway. First Shoko, now Renju. It was presumed they were killed by the same person. Their deaths matched the case from 6 years ago. The Cyclops serial killings. Date visited the bar Marble, located in Golden Yokocho, with Mizuki, to gather intel from the owner and informant Mama. She told them that Renju had connections to a Yakuza gang, the Kamakuras. Date left Mizuki at Marble to visit the Kamakura office alone. There he found So Seijima, the politician. The circumstances were suspicious, but there was no direct link between them. With no options left, Date headed to Lemniscate to meet Ota. After being pressured, Ota admitted that he saw Renju and Iris together the previous night. With suspicion now on Iris, Date synced into her brain. Which, there we go. So, the implication to this... So, we'll read the case file. Mysterious room videos and a strange device, you might be able to find the truth. So, the thing about the dream logic is... Sometimes it works really well, by the way. Where you'll see the events that they remember because it's from memories... They've switched people around or they're in a different place. The game is very explicit that you cannot dream about things you haven't seen, which I have thoughts about that, but like in the game's logic, you cannot dream things you did not see. You may switch them around and put them to different positions. You can confuse names and things like that, change the colours, but like you can't wholesale invent stuff in your dreams. So you can see here I've actually gone 2 routes. So we'll follow the first route up, because that's what I did originally. The implication is something was very wrong with Iris. She seemed to have witnessed the original serial killings, or even taken part. So yes, in Iris's Somnium, Date saw video footage of 4 women being murdered. They were the victims of the original Cyclops killer. The figure that slaughtered the 4 women looked like Date, which means... Date questioned Iris about this, but she claimed not to know anything. So despite what was seen in the Somnium, there was not enough evidence to hold Iris, and she was released. Date offered her a ride home, and on the way she asked to stop at the Marble. Date agreed, and drove her to Marble, where they found Ota waiting. Ota tricked Date and knocked him out with a taser. He's not very competent at all. And then shit gets real fast. Monday at dawn, while hunting down Ota, Date received a call from Boss. Culprit was live streaming. Panicking, Date watched the video. Iris was lying underneath an ice-cutting machine. ... When Date arrived at the scene, Iris and Ota were already dead, their bodies mutilated. With newfound determination, Date discovered that 89, that's the name of a person, Prisoner 89, was linked to the case and demanded he be brought to the Abyss HQ for interrogation. 89 told the story of an assassin named Falco. Falco was an assassin named Falco that worked for the Kamakuras. One day the former chairman Rohan ordered him to kill a mother and a daughter. 89 refused to elaborate, forcing Date to sync with him. So already the implication is the mother and the daughters, Hitomi and Iris. So yes. It's skipping a lot of stuff here. So we see a sort of Saw-style murder scene of like chainsaws coming down and she's going to be cut in half. And I for ages was like, have we seen a dead body? We've not seen a dead body because we just saw the video and not the scene. But they do confirm that she did definitely die. Somebody in a panda suit tried to save her. No, sorry. Somebody in a panda suit. Somebody in a polar bear suit turned the machine on, and then later Ota was found dead in the polar bear suit. Sorry, a bit of a cough. Are you keeping up with all this? So something weird's going on, but yeah, they did kill off. The mother wasn't very happy with me. Actually, no, that mother was understanding. The other mother was not very happy with me. I mean, we did definitely promise to keep him alive, and then we didn't do that at all. Right. Who? Oh, yes. So, Subject 89. We sink into Subject 89. Okay. I'll keep reading because I better do. So he's in the past. So we figure out this sort of sad tale of a I say sad tale of a policeman. I can't remember what it is actually. Something to do with like a policeman who I think he kills a serial killer. I might be confusing this with an anime I just watched. He kills a serial killer, but like who got away with it. And then he's forced by the Yakuza to become an assassin, otherwise his crime will be revealed. And then he has to stop being an assassin because he falls in love, basically. Right at the very end, it implies the boss knew about this all because it's like, oh, who's this police officer they're talking about? Is it the one with amnesia? Oh no, it's 89. 89's the police officer. ACAB and all that. But Boss knew all this time. Boss has been missing ever since back here. And Pewter was like, oh, it's weird shit's going down, so you should check it out. So right at the end, we've been blocked. So if we read this. In 89 Somnium, Date saw Hitomi getting shot by Rohan. And then Boss... Why was Boss there? Date confronted Pewter to ask him about what Boss's whereabouts. So, if it wasn't clear... I don't know who's here right now, but... The original serial killer, the original Cyclops serial killer from 6 years ago, was Rohan, the leader of the Yakuza. He's dead now. But he was like... He was making assassin kill them, but then plucking their eye out himself. And the assassin killed a bunch of people, but he was very confused about these like 4 women he was forced to kill as well. And the final woman he couldn't kill. So yeah, gonna read this again. Where's my controller? There we go. So Hitomi getting shot by Rohan. Oh yeah, Hitomi's arm is not working, so that corroborates that story. And then Boss came in, but this is a dream, so it might not be the events as they played out. Why was Boss there? Date confronted Pewter to ask him about the Boss's whereabouts. Pewter told Date that the corpse of So Sejima was found with his left eye torn out, so another murder has been done. If we're keeping up, that's 4 murders now. It must have been the same killer that they were hunting. Date went to Boss's office to make her explain herself, but she was nowhere to be found. Instead, what Date and Iba found in the Boss's office was a video of her murdering So Sejima? Was that it? Hang on, what? I don't remember that. Okay, I'm very tempted. And the very final scene, we can't click this. It's locked. We have to go a different route. What happens if I reopen this? Yeah, I'm just going to double check our last scene. I remember that.
Not here. Where is she?
Okay, we're going to skip all this.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, so she got shot in the Somnium.
What is going on?
That's 89. There's
Hitomi
Rohan.
was shot by Rohan Kumakura? To protect number 89?
And there's another thing I can't figure out.
Boss. Why was Boss there? Because it was a dream? Was it completely random? No, that can't be. You can't dream of a face you've never seen. Number 89 must know Boss somehow.
I mean, considering humans see faces in goddamn everything. Yeah, I don't know why I was going to try and think of an example. You know what I mean. This is a serious secret. Boss is hiding it. I have to search this room. There must be a clue somewhere. So yeah, the idea is you can click on... The clue is in the terrifying boy band poster without eyes on.
Look, Date! Handsome young men!
Why are you getting excited? Iba, can you hack this PC?
I will try.
I do like the hamster symbol for hacking though.
Unlocked.
So yeah, we're allowed to break laws casually.
Logging in. I have recovered some video data.
Don't you mean data?
It was uploaded only a few hours ago.
Open it.
That is...
So Sejima.
Oh yep, so she does.
Why?
So the thing about So Sejima is he made a fortune like
Why?
selling a bunch of land, and then the land got toxified by like an atomic blast or something like that.
Boss?
So she made it very clear that she very purposely made herself seen then. So let's get rid of those white lights there. The case remains unsolved. There we go. So like it's blocked me from moving on forwards, which is fine. I would not like to save because we've done this already. So yeah, he's a corrupt politician. So what is the context for this? The context is we've gone back to this scene. So we've just finished going to Iris's brain. That is the context of this next scene. Let's begin the investigation. Yeah, so this, when you go upwards, it sort of paints her as sort of an innocent victim nearby. I mean, she would be either way because she'd have been a child at the time. But this one has an evil smiley face. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's begin the investigation. Let's play some goddamn computer games. Yes, Sunday, day 3, VI. That might be Ota's face, actually.
What happened during that Somnium?
We saw the whole thing on the monitor.
But we're just as confused as you are.
Well, upon further reflection, it is not so strange. Dreams are developed outside of our conscious will. When you sink into Somnium, there is no guarantee of what you will discover.
What about the figure?
Could have been Iris herself.
She would have been
It
too
is a
young.
possibility. The sinker sees the subject's dream from the third person.
That means that Iris... She must have met So Sejima somewhere.
We did see Congressman Sejima in there.
We saw that shadow kiss him, too.
Oh, no, if it's recent, then that might be true. So, the pop idols can be rented out occasionally, because that's what the agency does.
Did that happen in reality?
But, like,
Not
they're rented out to
necessarily.
sing songs, even if it's the Yakuza. They're not supposed to do anything else.
I'm sure you've had dreams of kissing celebrities and porn stars, right?
The first part, yes, but the second part, no.
You sure about that? Anyway, you know what I mean.
A dream is not made up entirely of memories.
Yes. Expect entirely realistic and human-sounding dialogue.
It can include things outside of your memory, like TV or movies.
Well, that's still my memory, but I know what you mean, Peter.
Even if the figure was supposed to be Iris, her smooch in Somnium does not necessarily reflect her actions in reality.
I do not condone your use of the word smooch, Iber.
You can't use the word smooch.
Oh, God.
Why not?
So we don't know if Iris and So are acquainted.
That's right, because So is a celebrity of sorts. It's possible she just saw him on TV or online.
We were silent for a time. While I was deep in my thoughts, I heard Pewter speak.
Date, Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I gave my short reply and headed to the sink room next door. I'm heading to the sink room next door, I
Putting me to
said.
sleep when I wasn't expecting it?
I know it is gross misconduct of a massive kind. Yes.
You cops are more rough than I thought.
Yes.
You signed a consent form before you came in here, didn't you?
Under duress.
You forced me to sign it.
Anyway, Iris, I have some things I want to ask you.
What?
Right. Instead of talking, we're going to look at every single thing in the room. There's a door. It's the door to control room. Past the door is actually another door that will take you to the 6th basement floor of the government building. This is all information we all wanted to know. Here's Pewter. Let's talk to him.
I'll leave Iris to you, Date.
Okay. So, official uniform he's wearing there. There's Boss. Let's talk to her.
Is there something you want to ask me?
Yes, that's why I spoke to you.
You should be talking to Iris right now.
Well, I was just making sure. There's a monitor. There's some steps. Oh, what's this? It's a sink machine. The sync machine. There's the sync gear. Vitally important. Oh, there we go. We've all learned about the sync. There's the sync chair. Let's all learn about that. It's the sinker's chair. The person sitting here does the syncing. Ah, we're all learning information together. There's more of the sinking chair. It's the subject's chair. The person sitting here is the subject of the syncing. Because we both got to sit down, and then the circle does its trick. Right, alright, let's do the computer game. Iris! How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Normal, I guess. Why? Did you do something that would make me sick?
Maybe.
I just took a peek inside your head is all.
You know, you can put the qualifier just, but like, that doesn't take away from the huge thing you just did there.
Inside my head?
Do you remember your dream earlier? It's been firmly established that she doesn't, but I'll ask anyway.
Dream? What are you talking about?
The subject of the sync does not experience somnium as you do.
I'm going to ask her every time.
Iris would not know about it.
There is no punishment for foolishly asking the same question every time. So I shall. Right, Iris. Do you know a politician named So Sejima?
Yeah, I know his name and face. I've never met him.
You haven't?
I'm just an internet idol. It's not like I have connections to politicians or anything.
Along the Nile message of Ota.
Iris, let me ask one thing. The message Ota sent you on Nile.
Well, I should be reading some of these out loud.
I won't tell anyone about that thing.
This is how people type to each other. They're always vague, aren't they? They're like, ah, that thing. I'm not going to talk about the stuff and this thing and that person.
What is that thing?
I don't know. Ota's the one who wrote that. You should ask him.
Iba, Ota's phone is still broken, right? But he definitely sent that Nile message.
Ota purchased a new phone in Akihabara yesterday.
The same number?
Yes.
Call it.
Connected.
Hey, it's Kaname Date. Where are you? Ota, I know you can hear me.
At home. I'm at home.
Our connection's great.
Got it. Wait right there. I'm coming over.
Like, Ota's design makes him look like he's from a completely different style of game.
Is Tessa still at the police station?
I think so?
Yes?
If you want me to talk, release her.
He's got Captain America things on his shoulders.
Criminal Procedure Law Number 198.
Yeah.
Persons may refuse to heed a summons or leave the supervision of the police at any time unless they are arrested or detained.
Buddy, we have a magical machine that lets us look into your head. We are well beyond police procedure right now.
Tessa isn't a suspect. According to Article 223, this applies to all persons of interest. You haven't issued an arrest warrant for Tessa, right?
Unfortunately, we had to blackmail him earlier to get information.
So if you don't release her right now, you are violating the law.
Damn.
Do we have a deal? You want my testimony, right? Bring Tessa here.
My favorite icon is the one that just says phone. That tells me I'm on the phone.
And I promise I'll tell you everything I know.
I'm trying to figure out why...
This kid is starting to get on my nerves.
I just want to look at the log a second. Yeah, he keeps calling her Tessa. Is that her name? Oh, okay. Her stage name is Aset, but her fans call her Tessa. There we go. I was confused about that. Why it was... what's new? There's something new here. Been updated. Oh, just tips about the branching points. Paths appear in Somnium. Discover the other... Yeah, I understand that conceptually.
So, what are you going to do?
Shit.
We should let her go anyway. We have barely anything. I don't think dream stuff is, like, prosecutable testimony. Head to Matsushita Diner. That is definitely
Iris,
not the correct
come with me.
pronunciation.
We're going to Matsushita Diner.
That's what that's the word. Matsushita.
Were you talking to Ota?
Yeah, telepathically.
With my magic art, we don't tell people about our magic art until we just forget and use it when people are around, though.
I have special powers.
Daddy, there was a murder earlier. You know this.
Anyway, let's go.
Okay, I remembered you have to click. I love the transition actually.
Tessa!
So it's important to note
Thank you, Ota.
that last time we got to this scene in the flowchart, we got bopped on the head and they both died. So we're gonna try not to have that happen this time.
It's thanks to you.
Oh, but we met in a different place. Yes, we went to the diner instead of the nightclub. Not nightclub, bar. It's a bar.
That's right. It's not like you can do whatever you want just because you're the police.
Indeed.
Maybe not. But you better keep your promise.
I'm not sure what I'm more impressed with. The jumper that says geek, or the sort of bum bag that is some sort of cat thing. I assume it keeps Digimon. There's a kitchen. I can see the kitchen area past the can. I'm not actually going to read all these because I have been to this diner before and I've therefore read all the things. But they are green, so it might actually have something new. Menus are written on Tanzaku paper. I did not know that. I don't know what Tanzaku paper is. Yeah, I don't know if you were here for the entire thing. The next thing that happens is, yeah, if we go to a different place, he will zap me with a taser, and then I wake up and find a video, a live stream of her being cut in half by a person in a polar bear suit, and then we go to the scene and we find them both dead. And then the game stops and we still had to load the previous thing. So she's in the plot. Something is connected here. About that thing. No, hang on. Have you met Ota's mother?
Don't you have things to ask Ota?
I'm just asking you things.
Hurry up.
Alright, fine. I guess we did just interrogate you and invade your brain space. Kept you waiting, huh?
I was nervous thinking about Tessa. I couldn't stop imagining what dirty, perverted dojin plots you were acting out with her.
Hey, I mean ACAB and all that, but a lot of that might just be your imagination, Ota.
As long as I am in your eye socket, that won't happen.
Okay, hopefully a magic AI is not the only thing stopping him from doing that.
Wouldn't happen anyway.
Okay. I believe these are jokes. Or at least what the game considers jokes. Where is your mother?
She's in the living room in the back. I think she's watching TV or something.
Okay.
Did you come all the way here just to ask me that?
Being polite, Ota. I guess you bought a new cell phone.
Yeah, I did. Yesterday in Akihabara.
Ooh, pronunciation on that one. About that thing in the Nile message.
So let's hear it. What is that thing?
That thing?
Okay, we're gonna have to point the phone and stuff.
Don't play dumb. You sent that message to Iris.
Oh,
It's very sour. Ooh. Okay. Oda's belt buckle. I'm going to read some of these out loud because I realise anyone watching this in the future doesn't get any context every time I react to comments. Oda's belt buckle looks like one of the Pokemon Live Pokedexes, I think in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh, I see. Yeah, it does have that kind of vague
Date, will you do me a favor?
shape to it.
What?
There's a picture on the counter, right?
Yes, I see.
Yeah, and?
I want you to take a good look at it.
So, there's an old British comedy sci-fi called Red Dwarf. And there's a character in that program called Crichton. He's a robot man. And in one episode he gets turned human. And he's just like, how do I get the radio? I've been tweaking my nipples for ages and I've been getting nothing. And it's like, humans don't get radio, Crichton. And it's like, well, how do I zoom in pictures? And they're like, you just have to move it closer to your face. And it's like, ooh, move closer to the face. I see. I bring this up because as Date, we don't walk to places, we just zoom in on them.
The photo.
Yes, the photo.
Fair enough. No, I'll take it all back. He did walk up to it. Because it's very hard to bonk someone on the head when they just use their zoom function. I think what I've done there is I just identified a plot hole, a very a very tiny one. Every other time he would have zoomed.
Head is pounding. What time is it?
So the robot eyeball can project herself like as a holographic person.
The day has turned over. It is Monday, 2:50 a.m. You've been unconscious for nearly 5 hours.
I think that could kill people. Being, what's that called? Anyway.
Ota got me, didn't he?
Again.
He did. He struck you over the head with the walk.
Little bastard. Why did he do that?
I don't know, but afterward he ran off with Iris.
Oh yeah, so Aiba would have seen more this time. Because with the taser, Aiba was taken out.
How do you know?
Yeah, I should be going to a hospital right now, I believe.
You had lost consciousness, but I was still watching.
Didn't call like an ambulance or anything.
I recorded video of the incident. Take a look.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
She wasn't going anywhere. You didn't need to tell her to wait.
You witch! You stay away from my boy!
Tessa! What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, everything's fine.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, we'll have to talk to her then.
Ota.
Hang on, why didn't we talk to her before we left? Maybe she is the serial killer. I was joking before.
Why didn't you chase them?
I'm sorry.
You should have jumped out of my eye and ran after them.
I couldn't move. The mechanics controlling my ambulatory motion were short-circuited by the blow to your head.
Well, that's very convenient. Phone! I like the phone
The
does
boss
that
is
as well.
calling.
How am I gonna report this one?
Still a full bar.
Listen, stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, Just watch the video. I sent the address to Iva.
I see, yeah, this is the same scene as before. So it's going to be a polar bear.
Iris. No, that's...
The criminal is streaming this live.
Let's watch the road.
Iva, the source.
Identified.
The music's gotten exciting.
The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Where were we driving to before? Dun 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 dun. No, that's Metal Gear. I kept my foot to the gas the whole time. I could feel the sweat of my palms. Something about Mum's spaghetti. The engine raised a high-pitched scream, but I could barely hear it. My heartbeat was pounding in my ears, shaking me to the core. I put the most exciting song on the radio I could find, but just how much time had passed. The feeling of time itself had disappeared, like I waited like a month before I played again. Eventually, the car reached a long bridge. Shortly after, the image changed. Okay, I can't see the road right now.
That sick bastard.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
Ota?
Stay away from Tessa! Ah!
Date, we've almost reached the destination.
Please, please let me make it in time.
Okay, so far this has been the same as the other route. Apart from the only thing new is we saw Ota's mum. You could have just brought the car to a stop. You didn't need to swing it. Oh yeah, we have a future gun. Oh, Ota's not dead.
You okay?
Date.
Where did they go?
Through the back door.
They're not dead. Okay, last time I was too late.
Just hang on, Ota. Help is on the way.
Ooh. Yeah, last time I got here, they were both dead already.
Don't worry, Iris is alive. Backup is en route to this location. Date, pursue the culprit.
Okay, no.
All right, I'm on it.
We should take her out the machine. We should take her out the machine first. Game. No, we should have taken her out the machine first.